All right, John Oakes here with HANKSTERS Hot Rods here in our Homer City, Pennsylvania location. As you all know by now, we do have another location located in South Daytona, Florida. As far as our location here, closest major airport to us is Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania International Airport, which is about 70 miles from us. So if you're interested in taking a trip here, flying in to look at any of our inventory, that would be your closest major airport. We do have several smaller ones, but again, that's your biggest airport near us. As far as this video goes, we always want to make sure to tell you, if you're viewing this right now on YouTube, always go to our website. That's where our most current inventory is going to be. Always our videos are left on YouTube no matter how old they are. So again, if you're looking at a particular vehicle, it could be sold already. So just check our website out just to make sure that it is currently available. What we have right now here, this is a 1966 Chevrolet Chevelle Super Sport. It is a real Super Sport, a real 138 VIN code car, done in triple black. You see the black exterior, the black vinyl top. We also have the black vinyl factory interior in this car also. Now again, with it being a Super Sport, of course, all of the badging, all of the hood, all of the cladding on the car, that's all going to be your normal Super Sport stuff here for the car. All your trim, your bright work, your wheel lip moldings, the lower body moldings, drip rail moldings, all of that on this car is in really good condition, all nice and straight. It's not pitted, no bends or dings in any of it. Looks really good. As you can see, your doors, your body fitment, panel alignment is really nice. You can see nice tight gaps on our door here, as a matter of fact. Even the glass on this car, you can see how nice a condition it's in. There's no chips or cracks whatsoever on any of the glass the whole way around on this car. If we open our door up, take a quick peek inside here on the driver's side, again, you'll see that all black interior, again, all factory here. The dash, the instrumentation, all factory. It's got the bucket seats, as you can see, the OE style seat belts in here as well. Even's got the factory 4-speed center console in there with the console clock in there as well. Factory radio, heater controls, everything like that. Just all original stuff there, even the steering wheel. So, and it all looks very good condition. We'll look at the other side as we walk around too. As I close the door, you'll see it closes nice and easy. Glass lines up really nice, and that's all tight fitting. All the seals and weather strips on the car are all in great shape too. Our vinyl top, as you feel around the edges of that, again, that's where you would mostly feel some of your problem areas, some bumps and bruises. But again, this car is nice. No bumps anywhere. It's nice and smooth the whole way around that vinyl top. And again, you can see it's laid down nice, in great shape. As we come around the back of the car, I'm going to go ahead and open our trunk lid up so we can see in there. And then we'll close the trunk to see the fitment of everything. Let me just make sure we get our key here. And we've got several keys here to work with. We just need to find a way. There we go. So the trunk latch works, as you can hear that pop. It stays up too, so your hood springs are all good there, or your trunk lid springs, I should say. The underside of the trunk painted black, nice and shiny, just like the rest of the car. The inside of the trunk done in the correct spatter paint back here, all solid back here. You got a nice trunk mat in here too to cover things up. Your trunk seals and weather stripping also are all in good shape. They're nice and soft. They're not dried up or cracked, and they meet completely flush here at the center. So again, sealing up from outside elements, it's going to do its job there and not leak. As we close our trunk, there we go. You can see our fitment of our trunk. Our elevations there are good on both sides. Even our gaps the whole way around look pretty good. Of course, you've got the Chevelle, the SS 396 back here. Nice, beautifully chromed bumpers here, both front and rear. Of course, again, I said we got all of our Super Sport badging here on the car. You see that on the quarter panel as well. As we come down the sides, again, the sides, the bodywork, the paint looks great on this car. You see our gaps on the passenger side door here as well. Even our door handles are in great shape. And you can check out the condition of the glass on this side, also in very nice condition. As we open our door on this side now, you can kind of get a close-up there. Door panels, the carpeting, and the seats, the upholstery. Again, it's all the factory, all factory interior here. Again, the seat covers are in great shape. Door panels likewise. Even the armrests on the doors there are in great shape. They're not showing any cracks or anything like that. Again, passenger side closes nice and easy. Again, all of your bright work, you can see how nice a condition that is. Even the lower body moldings. Sitting on 15-inch factory steel rally wheels also. Beauty rings and centers all intact. And again, we've got a nice set of BFGoodrich Radial TA tires here. Again, 396 Turbojet cross flag emblems on the front fenders. It is a 396. That's what we're going to look at right now, as a matter of fact. So let's go ahead and pop our hood. And we can take a look here inside now under the hood. This is a non-original motor. This is a 396 cubic inch big block Chevy though. You can see it's got the chrome air cleaner and valve covers, breather and PCV valves. All of the heater lines are hooked up. Factory style radiator here with fan shroud. They've gone ahead and put, I believe it's a 6-blade flex fan on there to help cool this big block down. Manual brake car, manual steering car. It does have long tube headers on it going all the way out the back through dual exhaust, through tailpipes. And that's really, as far as the ignition, then also HEI Distributor. Just want to make sure that we update you on that because that is an upgraded ignition. And then of course a nice set of plug wires there too to help develop this, or help deliver the spark to the motor there. So that's pretty much it as far as the engine goes. Now that is coupled to a 4-speed transmission, a Muncie M21. And then of course a 12-bolt GM rear end out the back there also. Now again, our hood, this is your Super Sport hood. It fits very nice. Gaps the whole way around that look good. Even those hood scoops look good on this car. So that's pretty much it for the outside of our car. All right, we got our 66 Chevelle Super Sport up on the lift now so that we can go through the underside and point out to you exactly what we see underneath here. So starting up front, we'll start with suspension. We do have the front sway bar up here, all of the bushings, the chassis bushings, the sway bar end links, and those bushings, those all look good. The remainder of the front suspension is all just factory stock stamped steel components. Lowers and uppers are all factory stock stuff. We do have 4-wheel drum brakes the whole way around on this car. And then as far as wheels and tires, it's the 15-inch factory steel rally wheels with the beauty rings and centers with BFGoodrich Radial TA tires wrapped around those. As far as steering components, same thing, you know, just your standard stock steering components, but all of your tie rods, all of the ball joints everywhere on your ball or on your tie rods and your upper and lower control arms, all of those look good. You can tell everything's been maintained and greased up. All of your little rubber dust boots on those ball joints are all intact. And again, that's going to keep that grease in and keep them nice and lubed up for you. As far as the drive line, we'll go through that next here. We've got the big block motor here. This is the 396 big block Chevy motor. We've got that backed up by a Muncie M21 4-speed manual transmission, aluminum bell housing here. And then of course we've got our transmission cross member here. The mount for that tail shaft is in good shape. Hardware's still all good. The other thing too I look for is any kind of, you know, drips or, you know, any wetness around the transmission and or the oil pan on the motor. And I do not see anything on this car. Everything looks to be nice and dry. As we come back, we've got our drive shaft here. It is a balanced drive shaft, so that's going to help eliminate any kind of vibrations that you might have in the drivetrain. And then of course we've got it all finished off here with the GM 12-bolt rear end. This is a POSI unit also. Now as far as rear suspension, again, stock stuff. You've got your upper and lower control arms on it. It's that metric 4-link rear suspension that was stock and standard on all of these cars. And then of course we've got the stock fuel tank back here too. And that fuel tank's in really good shape. No dents or dings in it. All the mounting hardware is all good on that as well. You can also see the whole way back through here, the exhaust system. For the most part, looks to be new. We do have long tube headers on this car, dual exhaust. Looks like a kind of a Flowmaster style muffler. I can't see a name on it. It might be turned up around the top, but they look to be a Flowmaster style muffler. And then of course the correct style of tailpipes, and those exit out the rear of the car. The floors on this car then to finish up look to be really good. I do see just one spot where they've patched it. They put a pan in the front here on the driver's side, but it looks like they've done the correct job and done it right. Looks like they've seam sealed everything when they cut it out, placed it in. There's no holes or no shoddy workmanship. It looks pretty good. For the rest of it, you can see it's all the factory components here. You can see all of your stamping markings here, all of the bracing on the floor. We even got the e-brake on this car too. It's all hooked up and functional as well. That's pretty much it for underneath the bottom of our car here. All right, now that we're inside of our 66 Chevelle, we're gonna fire it up, take it for a quick ride so you see it running and driving. So, didn't even have to touch the gas, it fires right up. Looks like most of our gauges, if not all, are all working here. And we'll take a look at that as we drive down the road. E-brake, it works as well. We're gonna disengage that. Okay, the release works also. So we're going to put her in gear, and we're going to get ourselves out on the road here. And we got a brake here, so okay, now this is a non-power steering car and a 4-speed. That's second. Third, and finally fourth. So as we're cruising down the road, we can see that our speedo works. We're running about close to 50, and that's what the speed limit is. Tach is working also. You'll even notice that our clock on the center console is working. All the rest of our gauges, our fuel gauge, the battery gauge, and our oil pressure gauge here, if you can look in there at that, those are all working. Now of course the temperature gauge, we'll take a look at that here in just a little bit, as we had just got started there, so it'll take it just a little bit to come up to temperature there. We're going to get down here, and we're actually going to kind of get ourselves turned around and head back towards our shop and pull back out here on the main highway and get going back to our shop. While we do, we're going to show you a couple other things on the car here as far as gauges and so forth working. Again, all of our gauges work. Turn signals, they all work too. So we got our left turn signal here flashing right now. If we turn it, we've got our right turn signal flashing. If we put our lights on and we use the dimmer, you'll see the bright light light up. So that works. We'll turn our lights off, put our wipers on. Now that's obviously high speed. That would be low speed. And then if we turn them off, they go right back to where they should. Dome light, that works too. We'll go ahead and turn that on with the switch. So you see that works. And then I think about the last thing to really check is going to be our horn. And that works too. So everything pretty much works on the car. Your odometer's working. We'll get you that reading here whenever we get back. And again, the only other thing to check when we get back there too is just the reverse gear in the car too. So again, you see it running, driving, shifting. The car really doesn't pull to the side at all. You can drive down the road here and not have to hold on to the wheel whenever you're going down the straight stretch. The brakes do not pull to one side or the other, although they are manual brakes. So you do have to kind of put your foot on them a little bit there. And of course, as with always, you get thumbs up from all the people driving by. So yeah, nice car. Like I said, 66 Chevelle Ss, triple black. Definitely a popular car, especially having the big block motor and the 4-speed manual transmission, 12-bolt GM rear end. Again, just a nice combination for the driveline and color for this particular car. And again, like we always say, always check our company website to make sure that this is currently available. As like I said before, we always put our inventory on YouTube and leave it on there. So if it sells, it still stays there. We just want to make sure if you are planning on coming out, that you know for sure that the car is available. So as we're heading back here, we're going to let some traffic go by, and that way we can get back in our turn lane to pull back into our facility. Which we're coming up on now. And we'll get turned in, head back here to the back of our building. And we'll go ahead and put her in reverse now, and that way you'll get to see reverse gear working. And then we're going to go ahead and put her back in the shop here, where it'll stay until she's pretty much ready to be picked up and sent to its new owner.